So, it's finally time for me to do the video on Aurora's Ascension where I kind of deep dive into it. I mentioned a while back, like when Aurora first got Ascension abilities, I did not buy them on this account. So this account still does not have Ascension abilities, even though they're actually really good. On my other account, the one I use my Let's Play, I bought them immediately, which has given me a lot of experience with both like with the abilities and without, and having the abilities is definitely way better. Her Ascension abilities are like actually bonkers. I thought they'd be pretty good, but it's like I've now been able to like have a lot of experience and like they're not just really good, they're like, game changing. I'd even say they might even you could even call them a cheat code, which is Aurora's always been cheat code far as like combat goes, because she already breaks like the ult economy. But like we got combat training here. Like this is a line, this is a maxed out Trinity Twins line. This will have the Ascension abilities and stuff. A bit better war flag patterns too, which shouldn't mess up the balance too much because my magic attack's the best one here. See, my magic attack versus so she gets magic attacks actually goes up 16%. Might be a bit of a difference there. Quite a bonus actually. Maxed out, but let's see how this goes. But like just the fact that the way her Ascension allows her to proc extra damage with Rainbow Halo, just like said, I mean the balance here that she did quite a bit more. Like yeah, you could say well she has the extra damage from the themes, but like you just watched my team just like crumble really quickly, and we could try this again. Like I said, it just to kind of show you. So we might have to want to do another one where in like slow-mo too, so we can just show you what happens when a Rainbow Halo triggers. Like when it ults on the ground, it drops this crystal here. So when her Rainbow Halo triggers, it ends up putting more extra damage out, and we take a lot of extra damage every time a Rainbow Halo triggers, giving her a huge advantage versus magic attack teams. Like it's just free damage. And no, to contrary to what you might think, and I was worried about this, is that it doesn't really seem to make her worse versus an Isaac team. Like it really doesn't. Like if we did like let's say if we put a Stone Cold here defense, let's put a maximum power Stone Cold team here. Stone Cold, Nebula, Martha. Where's Isaac? Isaac. Gosh dang it, I'm looking right at him, but I can't find him. You really need to give me some sorting options for these here. Here he is. Gosh. I need sorting options. I need sorting options. Okay. So let's do this here. You could do patterns. You'd probably do physical attack. Maybe you do accuracy. Case with his magic defense too, but we'll do this one here. So we'll do a Stone Cold team here, and we'll attack with Trinity Twins, and then we'll attack. Wait, we are attack current. Okay, then we'll try it again with max power, and see like kind of the difference there. Like usually Stone Cold's pretty bad versus. Oh, we're on auto shoot. Okay, well Sebastian uses Serenity. Because Isaac's usually pretty good versus Trinity Twins. Like I said, my point here, though, is to kind of show you that it's not going to matter too much. Like I said, you're already going to have a bad matchup versus Isaac. So you shouldn't be worried too much about what that would do. But, like I said, I messed up. It should have been manual mode. That was one mistake I made here. Let's see. Could actually do this here. Instead, with the new artifacts and stuff maxed out, Sebastian, if you put he still wasn't quick enough, but if you put Albus or Fenris on him, he will gain energy fast enough to do Ode to Serenity that much quicker. Wow, we might actually that we're dodging here. Okay, well, still didn't win. But yeah, so, like I said, it's all physical damage that Isaac does. So if you get some good dodge rolls, sometimes you can get a win. So we got some feedback there. So now we can try create hero battle. Arena. Oh, that's what it is. It's arena. Guild War. That's what it is. So, but like battle mode, we are in arena. So that's why the defense will do Stone Cold again, but this time we'll also do attack maximum. Oh, we're doing. What am I doing? I'm like said. We're just not paying attention. I'm out of habit grabbing Trinity. Like we're not ready to do that yet. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Getting ahead of myself. I'm already says like then we'll do that max. Like I said, that's just me like thinking 2 steps ahead. 2 steps ahead, guys. 2 steps ahead. But all right. Actually, probably puts Vex. I think Vex is a bit better. Get more physical attack. Alright, now we'll do max power. So max power, Aurora, more flags, magic attack, armor, physical attack. Actually, this should be enough for Sebastian. Physical attack, come to think of it. Got a pretty big boost, right? 14% should give him enough to Ode to Serenity quicker. So 14% of his attack. Alright, so now let's see how this works. Yeah, still didn't matter too much. Like I said, this is not gonna significantly alter the fights because you're just such a bad matchup versus a line like this that it doesn't really matter if you get a bit more charge for Isaac because he's just gonna beat you pretty quickly either way. Right? Like I said, depending on how things go, you might get some extra value. Sometimes you could get lucky. But let's go back. Alright, and this was the ones. Okay. These are the ones we did earlier. So if we oh shoot, retry is bad. So we want to hit watch. But if we go speed this up until right, you have the crystal there with like she rainbow haloed. It does extra damage. That's right there. It is just free damage. Like so she just becomes that much more dangerous versus mage teams. So it's just like said, it just makes her extra explosive. Like it's just like an extra cheat code. And now we want to go, I'm gonna go to arena and go fight some Aurora teams now. We're gonna find some teams with Aurora in it. I know there's some. Here we go. So let's do this one here. We're just gonna fight them like we normally do, just to kind of get some diversity here. Like I said, so we did some sandboxing. So let's go, or sorry, goldfishing thing, like kind of like. So now we can let's go in a real fight here against real opponents that are gonna have varied powers. So we do not have the Ascension ability. Most other players probably will. She has essentially we just took a lot from the crystal and my team died. Like, and we could speed this one up. Right, even though look, I have freaking Kane and she's still out damaging me, even though she's using Biscuit. Right, like that's the kind of damage what I mean. Like it's just kind of, it just like snowballs. It just gives you huge advantage. We could try Tommy T again. We could try with a different team. Try Arachnamaya, but you know, it's like it puts my Aurora at a disadvantage versus other Auroras. Right, that's just kind of what I was figured would happen, but I've been wanting to like I've been just getting a lot of experience to kind of understand like how it works. And I might switch over to my other account just to kind of show you some of my arena fights and just kind of show you the explosiveness there. Because it just burns down other heroes like really fast. Like other teams like. Right, and you just take that extra damage from her ults. Just from like just ends up being free damage. Right, it's like I said, not even getting close on that one. Like I said, look at she's still like greatly out damaging my Aurora, even without King. Let's see. Stomper. It's a guy named. Oh, we're not in arena. You go to arena. Oh, Eamon, he's way high. That his was a team I was dealing with a lot of problems with the other day because simply because his Aurora has Ascension abilities, mine doesn't. So let's try to climb a bit here. Let's climb a bit here. Like Aurora's still good without the Ascension abilities, but Ascension abilities take her to the next level. Boom, there you go. In case you're wondering, that's how to beat Iris. Use Trinity Twins. Or well, actually usually try to use Morgan instead of Splash if they have Rufus, but they have Rufus, you said, as long as they're not like Arachne or something, but Twins is the best counter to Iris. Iris rolls over to Twins. Then that's a tricky one because they have Isaac there. It could be a tricky team to beat. Then they have Aurora, so this team will probably destroy me. Let's see, actually, Axel here. It's here. Oh, see, my Aurora died. Alright, look at that, we actually got it. Boom. Said. Iris team still very vulnerable to Twins, even with Isaac's support. So Chorus helped block some early status effects, like I said, because I think Isaac got his ult off early, but if not, like Zeto Serenity coming up online definitely protects us there. And he had Mara Patron, so if he landed a silence against full team, probably game over. So we got a win there. Let's go find Eamon because we can fight him now. I think this was one that was really like showing the difference between Ascension versus non-Ascension Aurora. Like making a huge difference. So let's do Oregon. Alright, so this is the line we're gonna use. In theory, this is a good line versus that one. Like, in theory, I'd have the advantage, but look at that. Lars died already. That was from the extra damage from the Rainbow Halo. We'll watch in replay, but Lars, like I said, Lars died, like, immediately. Now, being able to do a extra Rainbow Halo damage in the middle of the enemy team is actually really, really, really good. Like, look at that, just absolutely dominated me. Let's go watch that one replay. We'll watch this one in replay. Gonna ult pretty quickly here. Here's her ult. This gonna drop a crystal. Right, and Celeste is gonna activate her thing, which caused the rainbow halo damage. See that? That was the rainbow halo. And look, Darla's all magic damage. So that was Lars died immediately to the Ascension ability right there. Even with Axel, like I said, I'm pretty sure we had Axel Patron on him too. So like even with Axel, Patron wasn't enough and just got absolutely destroyed by Aurora. And that's because of the Ascension abilities. Like this would normally be a good line for me to beat with this team, but that Ascension ability, all of a sudden makes her, well, it gives her a big advantage over my line. And now let's go do something different. I'm gonna go to my other server here. We're gonna go to server 34. We'll do this. Let's load up here. I want to show you a couple of fights here. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna buy arena fights or anything, but I want to show you like some of my themes to vlog. That's so like this one here. Like this one shows you, like I said, because I have the Ascension abilities. This is my case. I have the Ascension abilities. I don't think they do. But watch. So we got the Ascension here. And watch, boom, like they just took a bunch of damage from the Rainbow Halo, just burned down from the Ascension. This is how I knew, like, oh my gosh, Aurora Ascension, like, it changes so much. Because I've been playing with this account with Ascension since day one. Since they added the abilities Aurora, I've had it on this account since day one. And this will give me a lot of, like, data on, like, the difference between having it and not having it. And my gosh, is it a game changer. It is a major game changer. Like, in physical damage can now trip up a Rainbow Halo, but it's a lot slower. She has to dodge, and it's a much slower rate, so it won't happen that much. It's far more relevant against mage teams, but it is really amazing. Like, makes her just such a strong counter versus magic heroes, which she's always been really good versus magic heroes, but her new Ascension abilities really are kind of like a cheat code. Like, they just, like said, it just... Yeah, it's not the best fight to show this on. There's not, like, a lot of magic damage, but, they just give her a lot more flexibility. What other teams did we have? One against mage team today. The one on the defense, though. Like, this was just a perfect master class of, like, let's try this one. This is Dante. Boom, look at that. Also tripped it up with a physical attack, and they did a bunch of damage there. So yeah, just very good ability. Totally, like, I totally recommend buying the Ascension abilities on your account if you have them. And we'll go back to my main account just to finally buy them because they really are a game changer. It's time to buy them. It's time to put this experiment to the end. Yep, this has been put off way too long. Her Ascension abilities are game-changing. Rainbow Halo, passive skill, shield partially absorbs magic damage after absorbing. Right, with the upgrade, it now absorbs 25% of a damage Aurora has dodged. So this works really good versus like Dante and stuff. Won't trigger nearly as much against magic teams, but it will trigger quite a bit. And then, of course, the one that really matters is this one here. And this was the one that lets her. The flash of light produced by the crystal Soleus leaves a resonant crystal behind. The crystal lasts for 3 seconds. Each time the Rainbow Halo explodes, additional explosion occurs around the crystal. So for the next 3 seconds after an ult, she'll do more damage every time Rainbow Halo activates. And because of Kane Patron, she'll ult a lot. She had the ult economy. This just extends the ult economy on Aurora. And it just ends up adding lots and lots of extra damage. And it is just a game changer. So these both abilities are just worth having. 1010 would recommend. But like I said, it's kind of like a cheat code. Aurora's always been a cheat code. If you've not seen my original video on Aurora being a cheat code from a couple years ago, it's an oldie but goodie. It's a classic video on my channel. I recommend watching it below. Thanks for watching.